Everyone, today I will tackle about navigating safely IMO performance standard for ICTIS. This presentation explains the IMO performance standards for ICTIS, operational and functional, as amended by MSC 530-106 Rev 1, which focus detail on Module A. Database provision and updating will define mandatory requirements, practical steps for charts, provision and update, common risks, and operational best practices to ensure compliance and maritime safety. Next is the understanding the ICD's mandate overview of MSC 530-106 Rev 1. So, it updates AMO performance standards to clarify functional operational behavior ICD systems, and the key objectives is ensure this meets navigational safety needs as a primary means of navigation. Next is the standardized presentation, alarms, route, monitoring, and integrity checks. Define modular testing and documentation requirements for certification type approval and onboard use. The revision emphasized system reliability, human factors, usability, alerts, and mandatory procedures for charge data lifestyle. Provision, distribution, correction, and updating. Module A database provision what's required for digital chart data. Module A defines two supplies of official NC data, what constitute approved dataset, and minimum properties for chart database used by ECDIS. So, data source INC data must obtain from authorization, hydrographic offices, or authorized sealers recognized by administration. Next is the officialness. So, only official NCs or equivalent official data sets may be used for primary navigation unless permitted by flag administration. Next is the completeness and integrity. Databases must include all mandatory ANC layers, coastline depth, contours, aids to navigation rec, restricted areas, and preserve future contribution required for safe route planning. Next is the metadata and versioning. Metadata and versioning. So each data set must include their metadata, producer edition, date, scale, update, cycle, edition number, and be version controlled so the ECDIS can verify currently and provency. Distribution format. Databases must be packaged in a standard or recognized future series formats, structure, and follow carriage and licensing rules set by hydraulic authorities. Next is the Module A database updating, ensuring your charts are always current. Module A prescribe updating process so ECDIS displays remain current and reliable. Core requirements are timely updates, apply notices to mariners, update mechanism, automatic update support, backup and rollback, audit trail logging ECDIS, operational ships, must establish what's standing administrative routines, ensuring updates are obtained, validated, and applied in a timely manner by trained personnel. Challenges and best practices for ECDIS database management. First is the timeliness of temporary notices. So, temporary change, construction, new obstruction may not reach vessels quickly. Subscribe to automated update service and integrity local notices to maritime into voyage planning. Next is the corrupted of incomplete updates. So, use checksums and validation tools before applying updates. Keep verified backups and test updates in a non-critical environmental when possible. So, the next and the last is human factor and training. Ensure operators understanding database management screens, update logs, and how it is synthesized. NC features regular drills and formal procedures to reduce human error. Governance define clear, shipboard procedure, designate responsible officers, and include updates, verification and checklists, and ISM SSP documentation. Next is the case study impact of non-compliance on maritime safety. Scenario A, vessel transits a new restricted channel section but had not applied a recent ANC correction marking a submerged obstruction. Consequences included grounding, hull damage, cargo loss, and environmental risk. Investigation finding commonly point to outdated database edition on board, no recent ANC updates applied. Poor bridge procedure for checking update status prior to entering high-risk water. Lack of training crew unaware to how to review update logs or apply temporary local corrections. Lessons learned, strict updates, discipline, redundancy in chart sources for critical transits, and documented evidence of update application reduced risk and liability. So the next is key takeaway and future of ECDIS. Staying compliant and ahead. So regularly bottom line, MSC 530-106 Rev 1, Monday's official version NC dataset and define updating workflow. Compliance is demonstrable through logs, backups, and documented procedure. And the next is practical actions. Subscribe to authorized update service, perform pre-transit update checks, keep backups, and train bridge teams on Module A process on these tools. And the last is looking forward. Adapt S101 transition planning, automated authenticated update services, and integration of AIS real-time hydrographic alerts to strengthen navigational safety. That's all. Thank you.